Alright, so welcome back. So today we will be talking about emergency whistles. So let me try to, there you go. So for emergency whistles, so what do you do when your voice is not strong enough to shout for help? So sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. So whistles are tough enough if you use it correctly. So whistles provide a very loud sound that require very little blowing effort. So the sound of a whistle will attract rescue personnel to your location. So what are the advantages of having an emergency whistle? So it can be heard from more than a mile away. Your voice is no match for a super loud rescue whistle, so it takes minimal energy to use and produces over 100 decibels of high-pitched sound. So it's easy for kids to blow. Just what you need is for if your family gets separated in the back country. So also, one of the advantages of having an emergency whistle is easy to carry. So it's compact and lightweight, and it fits just about anywhere. It can be worn around the neck or wrist, or attached to your clothing, backpack, or life-saving jacket. Actually, pretty much everywhere. You can put it everywhere. It's really compact. Again, it's compact and it's lightweight. So whenever you go outside or like camping or hiking or even scuba diving, you can wear, or at least you should have a whistle. So will work without fail. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best. Again, so when you're stuck in the sticks, your GPS or cell phone can lose signal or run out of battery. So yeah, it's nice to have like everybody has a cell phone right now, and probably your phone has a GPS, and you can actually pretty much use it. But the question is, what if your phone or your battery starts to go down, like totally zero? What will you do? What will you have in your backpack that could actually help you, that people will actually locate you from where you are at that time? So also the advantage is enjoy peace of mind. So make sure you and your family are ready for anything on your next outdoor adventure, and you can keep one in your car, one in your emergency preparedness kit, and one in your backpack or bug out bag. So again, you can hook it in your keychains, in your backpack, in your emergency kit. You can actually buy those whistles that are actually can be worn as a necklace, and sometimes there is like a wrist. You can wear it in your wrist. Attach it to your clothing, and so on. It's so many. There are so many ways and things where you can actually put your or attach your whistle. Alright, so tip. So establish within your group about the signals when camping, hiking, or even when going to a picnic. Because pretty much in a picnic, there's a lot of people, especially if you have a kid, like a really young kid that you know might get lost. So it's easy and it's nice if you have like your own or at least a group signal. So there is an international whistle codes. So the number of whistle below is this one. And here is the meaning. So number of whistle blow. So one whistle blow is equivalent to where are you? Two whistle blows is come to me. And three whistle blows, which everyone should know, is I need help or I'm in distress, or it's actually a pretty much accurate whistle code that means help me. Okay, so I'm gonna play you the three whistle blows. I hope you can hear it from my recording. So let's see. There we go. So that's the three whistle blows. That means I need help. All right. So you should know this. So you in just not just buying a whistle and you don't know the codes, it's pretty much, you know, I don't know. At least you have, for me, it's important that you have a whistle than not knowing the codes. But it's nice to have a whistle, but you know the codes so that you would know. If you blow 3 whistles, that means I need help. And if you hear 1 whistle blow, that means someone heard your help, your whistle. That means where are you? And then you can actually whistle two whistle blows. That means come to me, or actually you or the rescuer or someone who heard your whistles can actually use that. So, but it's important that you know the 3 whistle blows means I need help. All right, so this is more of like a nice to know or nice to mention here. This is the International Morse code. I think it's pretty much it's hard to memorize this, but if you can't memorize it, at least print, you know, the International Morse code. Like for example, you can print this one, and then you can attach it to your emergency kit or to your bag out bag or your backpack, just in case, you know, at least you have like the International Morse code with you. All right, so the Morse code for SOS. So that is 3 short blasts, 3 long blasts, and then the 3 short blasts. So that is the Morse code for SOS, or Morse code for help. So essentially, if you hear someone blasting 3 long beeps and repeating blasting their whistle, like for example, the owner of the whistle, the person who is actually doing the whistle doesn't know the codes, and it just keeps blasting their whistles like very fast, or it's just, you know, just keeps blasting their whistles. That means someone is asking for help. So I'm going to play you another audio of what is the Morse code. Again, this is 3 short blasts, 3 long blasts, and then 3 short blasts. There you go. Oh, sorry. There you go. So that is the Morse code for SOS. So it's really nice to remember. 3 short, 3 long, 3 short. All right. So that is actually a code for asking someone for help. All right. So how loud should be your whistle? So whistle loudness is measured in decibels, and the higher the number, the higher the sound. So usually 100 decibels or up is a nice whistle, or it's much better. All right, so there's types of whistle. So there's a P whistle and a P-less whistle. So a P whistle contains a small ball, or P. So air pressure and currents passing through the whistle chamber cause the P to vibrate in a patterned motion and produce a high-pitched trill or vibrato that's hard to ignore. So this is what a P whistle looks like. So this one is a transparent, so it's much more easier to see. And then this is what you call the P. So this is what it looks like. All right, so for the P-less whistle, it's introduced as a more reliable and more hygienic alternative. Like Fox 40 whistles led the way for other new P-less whistles. So basically, it's a whistle that has no P. Okay? All right, so to P or not to P. So for the P, pros and cons. So for the pros, for the P category, the unmistakable trill produced by a P whistle grabs your attention and is very commanding. All right, and P whistles are generally less costly because it's pretty much, you can buy pretty much everywhere. So pre-cons. So P whistles have more moving parts, drawing criticism that may be more difficult to clean and can fail due to jamming. Actually, I read some of the cons for P's. Actually, I was not able to put it here, but it says that, of course, there is a P, or it's a ball. It's actually the P ball. It's actually made by a cork type of material, so it's more likely to absorb the saliva, the water that might get inside of the whistle, and will actually deteriorate. So that is one of the cons for the P. Alright, next, P-less category, to P or not to P. For the pros, they have less moving parts, so and are less prone to failure and are easier to clean. So again, there's no ball or pee inside of it, so you can just clean it like normal. Like, you don't have to worry for anything that can be destroyed inside of it. So again, water drains easily from the sound chamber. And for the cons, they tend to be more expensive. Alright, again, types of whistle. There is a metal whistle and a plastic whistle. I'm not going to define it anymore. I'm just going to put some pictures so at least you have some idea, but I'm sure you know this. Alright, so for the metal whistle, for the pros, it's stronger and more durable than plastic whistles, like non-ABS, and will not become brittle in extreme temperatures and can produce a high decibel sound. For the cons, it will not float, very conductive, will heat up in hot weather and get cold in cold weather because it's metal, basically, and it will corrode easily when exposed to salt and chlorine. So again, it's a metal, so again, if the metal is exposed to some pool or ocean water, you will have, it will create rust. And it's hard to grip with our wet or cold hands. So that's the cons for the metal whistle. So last, for the plastic whistle, for the pros, will not freeze in cold conditions, not as conductive as metal, doesn't heat up or cool down in hot or cold weather, and this one will float in liquids, like for example in the ocean or in the pool. As you can see, it will float. You can easily grab it just in case there is like a whistle there. So corrosion resistant, can withstand prolonged exposure to salt and chlorine because it's plastic, and so can produce a high decibel sound. So for the cons, can be weaker and less durable than metal. So of course, if you are going to compare the durability of the metal and the plastic can be a little bit weaker and less durable. Alright, so plastic can become brittle in extreme conditions. Like for example, you put your whistle outside of your house and it's exposed in the sun for a very, very long time. Of course, it's plastic, it's gonna be brittle, especially if it's really, really, really hot. Alright, so this one is really important. I want to remind you guys this one. So it says here, we cannot stop natural disasters, but we can arm ourselves with knowledge. So many lives wouldn't have to be lost if there was enough disaster preparedness. This is by Petra Nemkova. I think this is important. That's why we're making this video, is that, it's nice to have like an emergency kit with you. Like, what are the things to actually have or be prepared with. But like for example, this whistle, it's really simple. You can actually use it without any knowledge of the codes, but it's much more easier and it will be more convenient if you know the codes. So, and the types of whistles there is. So with regards to the whistles, I actually have a video that I can put down the link below in the description box, or actually like pretty much you can see it pretty much anywhere here in the video. That is like types of whistles where you can actually buy them, what kind of whistles there is, how much they are, so at least you have an idea. I'll put it down here in the link or in the description box so it's easier to find, or you can just go ahead and click on the playlist for the 11 things that you need for a survival kit. So that there is a video there that is for whistles. Alright then, so thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you learned something from here. Again, it's just easy to be prepared especially if you're outgoing, or I mean like you're actually outside, like camp. If you really like camping or hiking, at least you have some knowledge in terms of using the whistle. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you on to the next one. Bye.